All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer with Brandon over here, Brandon Grizzly down there. What's going on, guys?
We just move everything around. So Streamyard moves everything around. We moving around. It's craziness, man.
Everything's all twisted now.
I did way too much this weekend.
I believe it. I mean, 4th of July weekend's a lot of stuff to do. You know,
we had 4th of July.
How did you even move? How did you even move?
Right.
I don't understand. You do stuff.
Right. We had 4th of July. We had NASCAR down here. It was crazy.
Yeah. It was a good day for NASCAR too. The weather was good. You know, there was like no wet,
no rain, no
whatsoever.
precipitation.
No rain. Yeah. Oh, nice and dry for them. I saw a bunch of clips. So somebody, somebody spun the other person out. Saw that. So that is pretty cool though. I want to see that one year. I'm not a big NASCAR fan, but
me either.
It seemed pretty cool.
Me either. Just having it down here and having like a front row view of it, it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's weird because I just think it's too loud. You know, and I'm never going to be that guy that says these racers aren't athletes. You know, I'm not put on the same level as certain athletes, but do I believe they're athletes? Yeah. Just like, do I have to believe ballerinas are athletes? Some of them are more athletic than like football, basketball players. They're way more athletic, you know. So, but you know, do I call NASCAR a sport? Maybe not. And that's what people are gonna be pissed off. That's why do I believe they're athletes? 100%. 100%. Do I think it's a sport? I don't.
I mean, you can call anything a sport right now. I mean, more than one person competing.
So is sorry a sport?
I'm sure there's a sorry sports league, or at least
it should be a league. I don't know if it's gonna be called sports league. That's where I draw the line. Okay, all right.
Yeah, same thing with all these the gamers.
Yeah, I don't believe gamers they're not. It's not a sports league.
No,
it's just a skill. It's a very good skill. It's difficult. It's a skill.
Yeah.
I think NASCAR has a much higher chance of me calling it a sport than anything else. I mean, they're driving, but it has an effect on your body.
Oh yeah.
The more and better in shape you are, the better you actually can do the things. Like I'm more for that than I am anything else.
You're very. I mean, you can't be, a big guy. Like you got to be, lean, in shape. Your eyesight's got to be perfect. Reaction time, reflexes got to be damn near like Jedi level. So.
But then, do I call jockeys at being a jockey the sport? Not, because the actual sport part is, the horse. The horse is the athlete. So like, do I call jockeys whose reaction time, whose skill matters to?
Yeah, it also is like they have to control and maintain the horse.
Same thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, so that's like, I think horse race is a sport, but you usually don't call the jockey an athlete or a sport. Yeah, that part is a sport. So I don't know where to draw the line. That's just
yeah.
I know I can't do those things. So gotta be drawn somewhere. But I also can't, I'm not going to sit there and play video games I can't play spades. I'm not going to play this poker for 24 hours. I'm not going to be World Series of Poker and play until I die. I'm not. It's not me, Is that a sport? It's endurance. It's focus.
Focus. Yeah, you got to be super focused.
You got to do all the stuff. You got to stay focused. You got to stay your mind control your org, controlling your way you look, So, your poker face, as they say, where do I draw the line? I don't know. All those activities I think they're sports, not all of them. So, but it's hard for the jock to say that. I feel like that's right. It's like, maybe that.
Yeah, man. Either way, super fun to watch, entertaining to watch.
Yeah, that's supposed to be just entertainment too.
Yeah.
So the book I was talking about.
Oh yeah, the thing is a lot thicker than I thought.
This is the 5th book. There's 12 of them, and they're all about this thick.
Damn.
I think this one's, I want to say 600, maybe 600 pages. Yeah, I'm going through them in like 5-6 days.
That's funny. That's what I think you said earlier. Like when you got a good book, you just get sucked into it.
It overtakes everything. Like literally, do I want to watch TV? No. Let me read this book.
Yeah. I hear that.
Hey. What y'all think about this Jurassic World?
It's making money.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do I think it's a great movie? No.
I mean, the big one's gonna be next week because I mean we all knew it was gonna make like bank this first week. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna
this
be
big.
this much. Yeah. Over 300. Was it 318? I think it was the official. But that's the 5 day. That was the full 5 day with international. You know, so even if you just do the 3 day box office, I think it was 91,
92.
Yeah, something like that. So I mean that's really, really good. So, but I mean it made a butt ton of money on that Wednesday and Thursday. You know, made between the 2 days, I think it made 50?
Yep.
52, somewhere in there.
No, so 57. So it made 30 and 27. Even though it says it's only gonna be 22, it made 27 on Thursday. Remember, because we were talking about it. Like,
yeah.
It's only gonna make this much, and it made 5 million more than it said it was gonna make.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude.
So,
and I'm worried. I was telling you guys off. I'm worried about Superman. If this has to be a good movie, it has to be a good movie.
Yeah,
I am worried, man. Oh no.
Domestically, I don't think a lot of people are gonna go and rewatch Jurassic World. You know, if Superman's good, I can see people going back and watching it again. If it's good, because now we already seen Jurassic World.
Jurassic World is not even good. It doesn't even matter. It's not even good. It's not bad. No, I don't. All the hate you guys. I don't think it's horrible. I think it's. Yeah, I walked out. I was like, was it good? I was like, yeah, it was all right.
I wouldn't even get it. It was all right. I was like,
I thought that Fallen Kingdom was okay. It's better than Fallen Kingdom, so it's all right.
Yeah.
And I know a couple people that have seen it 2 or 3 times. It's just not
really.
Yeah, it's just.
I was working on a short. I didn't get a chance to finish it. I'll say it if any of you guys want to do it. If not, so in the first movie, when the old man, I can't think of his name, is watching the camera on the cars, and then it's Jeff Goldblum's character like comes up to the camera. He's like, "Is there gonna be dinosaurs on this dinosaur ride?" Like, I'm gonna do that like an hour into Jurassic World. You know, it's like.
I said it to a couple of people, and they said they proved me wrong. They said no, there's definitely dinosaurs.
When?
What did it show?
You see the one on the street, but does that even count? You literally drive past it.
It's a giant dinosaur, and it's seen multiple times.
Nah, if it's the same dinosaur, it counts as one. Yeah,
but I mean, there's still. You're saying there's no dinosaurs in the first hour of the movie, and there's that. I have to go back to his comments because he actually texted me. But
there's the Bronchiosaurus in the beginning that's dying in the New York street or San Francisco, wherever.
He said there's a news report that has a couple of dinosaurs as they're dying in the water and stuff like that, and showing that they're going towards the equator in the.
That doesn't count. You're showing me a video picture of a dinosaur on a newscast. Like, nah, I want to see an actual dinosaur in the movie. Like, I don't like. What are you talking about? Like, I don't want to see a video of a dinosaur in the video I'm watching. Like, come on.
But you're saying there's no dinosaurs, but
like, okay, we saw bones. Does that count? That's technically a dinosaur. I was like, what are you talking about? That's closer to being a dinosaur on screen than seeing a dinosaur on screen. You know, it's like You know, like what you counting the Godzilla costume? You know, that we saw in the beginning of the movie. Like,
well, I'm gonna tell you, if we come back and we see another, you can hate it and it's gonna make $1 billion. So you're gonna come back and say it made another $160 million, and they're gonna be like, well, fuck you. We're doing exactly what we do. So and they're gonna do what we have, the movies that we like. They're gonna do what they haven't been able to do. They're gonna make the money, and domestically, I think it's going to continue to come in because people just like dinosaurs. It doesn't have to be good. People just want to see movies. Scarlett Johansson and dinosaurs is going to be enough. It's going to be enough.
I've seen a lot of people making fun of the movie more than anything else.
And if it goes, do you think if they went to go watch it to make fun of it, or they went to go watch it to like it, do you think that matters in the dollar?
No, but I mean, but the problem is, like, you're going to see that opening weekend, which the opening weekend was going to be huge. But now, what is it going to do against Superman? And then, by the end of the month, what's it going to do against Fantastic Four and Superman?
By the end of the month, it might be at $900 million.
I don't think so.
International,
international have some good numbers.
You think it was on 331 now? I think especially if it gets to over $250 million domestically, it's done. It's done. It's a bill. Mark it down.
Which sucks. It is not a good movie.
I don't know. Yeah. I think if you go in there thinking there's going to be a life-changing lesson, you're not going to like it. But to me, I didn't expect it.
Even on Jurassic Park standards, it's not a good movie.
I think it's what I could name. It's better than 4 other Jurassic Park movies. But
it's better than 4.
3 more.
It's better than
it's
2.
The 4th. No, it's better than the 3rd Jurassic Park. What you talking about?
I would take that over this.
No, fuck the Jurassic.
I would too, and I don't even like Jurassic Park.
That Jurassic Park 3 was straight to video type of level of.
And this is coming from someone who thinks Jurassic Park 3 is trash.
Yeah, that's a garbage one. And then they do Alan Grant super bogus in that one.
It's a horrible put together movie. Everything about that was bad. So I'm just telling you.
But I'll watch it over this one.
Yeah, I agreed.
You guys can watch it. I'll watch Scarlett Johansson and have some dinosaurs and be good. And Mahershala Ali. I love Mahershala Ali. And it's a mid movie. I'm just not telling you it's not terrible. It's a mid movie. That's what it is.
I was about to the only, aside from Scarlett Johansson, the only other thing that I liked about the movie is that the black dude did not die, and I thought he was
almost.
I was about to be so angry.
Well, I mean, if we say almost, I've been black a long time. There's not many movies. You almost made it to the end of the movie that you didn't.
I was gonna say at 1 or 2 at least. You got, because the other guy, the French guy, he didn't make it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, come on. He wasn't speaking English. You really thought he was gonna make it to the end of the movie?
Did that guy even have a name?
Like he literally said red shirt guy. It was like you look at the credits, it says red shirt guy. Because if you guys saw Star Trek, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. The guy in the red shirt are going to be dead. They have nothing to do with the plot. They're gonna be dead. That's just what it is.
Man, he had nothing to do with the plot, and the other chick too.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't even remember. Can you remember her face right now?
No, I just remember
she had short hair.
Yeah.
At least she had a tattoo on her neck or something. I could be wrong.
Look, that's 2 different characters. We can't even remember that. That's it.
Short hair, buzz cut. That's close enough.
That's funny.
I mean, she barely even spoke too. I think she said a whole 3 lines.
If that.
That was it. This movie was not about making this great movie. It was about have some dinosaurs and have Mahershala Ali and have Scarlett Johansson, and they did it. That's what they did. Mahershala Ali's glad he got a whole movie done. Went through the press tour. All the stuff is done like they're supposed to be doing. It's going to make the money. So whatever. Doesn't matter if it's a 60% of a movie. It's mid. That's what it is. It's not great, but
I think I gave it 2.5. I think I gave it 2.5 out of 5 on my Letterboxd.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly mid.
Yeah, that's about it. Like 2.5, 3. That's where I'm at. I'm probably about 3, but it's fine. Am I going to rush out to go see it again? No. But people are going to go see dinosaurs. Kids are going to go see dinosaurs. It's just the same thing I said last week. Yeah, it's going to happen. People are going to go do it, and don't let Superman not be good.
Yeah, that's the problem. If Superman's not good, then just hand the money,
I'm
all the money.
1.3. If Superman's bad, we're talking 1.3 for Jurassic World.
Yeah, because I'm curious to see how big of a hit. Because just saying, because it'll go from it. I believe the box office for second week will count the 91 for the 3-day weekend and not the extended weekend. So it'll take the percentage of that,
which
down.
Is kind of weird. So it's going to be if it makes 60. It's going to look really, really big, but really, that 5-day weekend it made $141 million.
40-something,
yeah. So it's going to look, like, oh, it did a big drop, but it's not that big of a drop if it makes $60 million. If it makes $60 million and another 140 internationally, and we're talking about over $500 million in 2 weeks. Yeah, man. I'm just.
Marissa Brian earning a Jurassic World franchise paid him.
Well, when we come on and they hit that billion, I'm going like this. I wish I got a percentage of the money. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. People like dinosaurs. It's just what it is. People will like Scarlett Johansson, and people like dinosaurs. That's all it is. And Mahershala Ali, people like that.
He wasn't in it enough.
I agree.
No.
I mean, if we're going to critique the movie, that's totally different. Critiquing the movie, there's a lot of things they could have done. Once again, it was 2 different characters.
What do you
mean? The 2 girls that we just talked about, there's 2 of them.
Was there?
Yeah.
No.
So the one it was the 2 guys or 2 girls. So I'm looking at this. There's 6 people on there. Why? When? 1, 2. Looking through the pictures. I'm looking through the pictures. So
yeah, because she was steering the boat until Mahershala Ali's character went to the main deck. And then she switched out, and then she went to the top. Right?
Got it right. That one. And
also, me and Erica were talking about, it was like the company dude, the Krebs or Curbs, whatever the hell his name was. It was like we were talking, we're like, he was putting a lot of effort into the company. It was like, was he getting a commission out of it? Like,
he was running. He was going down trying to collect the stuff.
I was like, bro, is it worth it? Like, because they didn't say he was the owner of the company or CEO or
he's just
anything.
The front man for it.
Yeah, because I was like, what? I don't know if he'd be risking my life for that shit.
Yeah, for real.
I wouldn't
even go to the damn island. Why would you even go to the island?
Yeah.
That's what I thought was stupid in itself.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this movie had like silly little moments like that. When you start to think about it, you're like, wait a minute.
No, the worst is still Scarlett Johansson said, "Oh, you're gonna be able to shoot this gun when we get this turning, rocking and rolling, and it's diving at you and all that stuff." And then she misses the first time.
The first thing she does,
they focus on the fact that if she misses, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and as she flips over, I was like, "You're tied down. How? You're tied down. You told the guy to come over and tie you down. You're tied down to 2 points, and somehow you still flip over the damn thing." Oh my god!
So
oh my god! And then
why does the dude get on a boat with like a suit on? I don't even understand that.
With loafers and shit.
Like, what are we doing, guys? What's happening?
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's not like you're going on a yacht in Italy or something like that,
right? Right. Oh man, yeah, it was so bad because I was watching somebody talk about the scene and they were cracking up as they were talking about it of when she was getting the raft. He's like,
my god,
why would you inflate it right in front of the fucking T-Rex.
That girl pissed me off so much.
But bright colors in motion. That's all you can see,
that
right?
Teenage girl pissed me off so much.
And also, like, she's yeah. Go ahead.
Everything stupid that a character could do, she did. She could have done. She was even worse than Téa Leoni's character in Jurassic Park 3, and that character also pissed me off. She made me so angry. Like I wanted to reach through the screen.
It was because I'm like, why are you dragging it? Like, go out and it's a fucking raft. Even when it's not like inflated, it still floats. Like, put it in the water. It's a lot lighter. It doesn't make any noise. And then it was like, and then the family, like, because she inflates it, and then the T-Rex goes away once it falls down. It's like, so did everyone else over there, like on the other side, like just lost track of where the fuck this T-Rex is at? like everybody.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I saw somebody was like that Ed Scarin, whatever, from Deadpool.
Right. Yeah.
Francis. Yeah, Francis. He was like the biggest wasted character of like the 2025 year. Like, name a bigger wasted character. I'm like, you're not wrong. But yeah,
I was almost said Samuel L. Jackson, but
in which one?
Was that 3 that he was into?
No, he's in the very first one, Sam Jackson.
See, that's just too long.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, but he had a somewhat of a role to play. Damn, I forgot about him. That's right, he was in the first one. Yeah, but
yeah.
But man, all right, that's enough of that. We'll keep an eye. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on the big 3 movies of July. See how they all do box office wise.
I think there's a very, very little chance that Jurassic finishes 3rd. Like I'm almost gonna put it like at almost 0%.
Yeah, it's not finishing 3rd. It's not finishing 3rd. I mean, I mean, whether it makes $1 billion or not, it's not going to finish 2nd either. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be I think the biggest movie of the month. Because of international. Because of international. Domestic. You want to do just domestic?
So if you look at domestic, I think it. See, what's the 3 highest grossing domestic movies this year?
Ooh. Damn.
You should know one.
Sinners.
Sinners is up there.
Sinners up there.
Mm-hmm.
What's it? Minecraft.
The other exactly. You should know that.
Yeah.
Minecraft and Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 highest grossing. So Minecraft is like 220, 420.
Okay, yeah,
which makes sense. 420.
Nice.
Lilo and Stitch, I gotta look this up. It's 408, and the next one is Sinners at 278. So if it beats Sinners domestically,
wow,
you know what I'm saying? That it's not just the 3rd highest grossing movie this year. In the United States.
It would also have to beat 275, and it's still got to beat Superman and Fantastic Four domestically. Because I think domestically,
I think Fantastic Four is going to do really well domestically.
I think so too. I think so too. Superman. I think Superman's going to get domestically over that 275, or
I think
probably over 3.
That 325 is probably where Superman is.
Yeah.
And is it possible that Jurassic World beats that?
Domestically, I don't see it.
I don't know, man. It could. So because if we're saying Superman, I think Superman's going to make another $300 to $330 million internationally. I still at that point where I think Superman's going to do almost 700. I'm still there.
Yeah, I'm right there too.
Good or bad, right? I'm not saying even if it's bad, I'm saying they probably should do that.
I'm trying to see what Jurassic World movie has the biggest domestic.
The first one,
Jurassic World. Yeah. Damn, that's 652 domestically.
Yeah, it's not even. It's huge. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if this movie does, it's not even good. But if it does 330, that's still $200 million less than the first one. But the first one almost made almost $2 billion. You know, it's 1 point. It's almost 1.8. So I'm just saying these numbers are not what you can't compare it to a regular movie.
But it's also been going downward trend.
Yeah, because we all know that Dominion was terrible. Dominion was terrible. So even if it's a little uptick from Dominion, and people want to see dinosaur movies, I don't know, man.
Dominion made 376 domestically, and Fallen Kingdom made 376 domestic.
Well, I'm standing by with everything I just said. Then I'm just standing by everything.
It also had a decent run from June 10th to September 23rd in theaters.
I'm staying with it.
Yeah, and then Fallen Kingdom had 417 domestic.
Guys, I'm telling you, we're gonna be sitting back here and we're gonna be looking at Jurassic numbers and being over 300 million. And we'll be like, how?
Yeah. Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World, the reboot one, it made $1 million just international. Just international. It made $1 million. That's crazy.
Just saying, guys. I don't know. I know what the thought is about this movie. I'm trying to bring it back. I'm not trying to tell you it's good. I'm just trying to say dinosaurs makes money. That's all I'm saying. Dinosaurs make money. Scarlett Johansson, you know, and all the stuff that she was wearing, dinosaurs, and you throw a little Mahershala Ali in there.
What if I told you that
be good?
Rebirth had the worst opening weekend out of all the.
It's hard to say because they opened on a Wednesday. So how many of those people would have actually come through the weekend? It's hard to even to equate.
Even still, so Dominion made 145 in 3 days.
Yeah, but once again, you don't know what those other numbers would have done. Yeah.
So I'm saying in 3 days it made that much, where it took 5 days for Rebirth to make about the same.
But you don't know if those people would have came anyway. You know, so it's hard to say. You don't know if they would have came during those 3 days anyway.
For what?
Those people that went Wednesday, Thursday might have came Friday, Saturday anyway. So you know you might have gotten that anyway. You don't know. It's not saying because you delete those Wednesday, Thursday, those people weren't going to the movie.
No, I'm just saying. But still, those 5 days. If they showed up in the 5 days, it took 5 days for Rebirth to make the same amount as Fallen Kingdom and Dominion.
But you can't compare those 3 days because they had the other 2 days of opening.
Well, you don't know. In 3 days it made 91. In 5 days it made 142. I'm saying in 5 days. So it don't matter if you bought a ticket on Wednesday or if it wasn't open and you still would have gone on that Saturday. You know what I mean? Like you would 3 days compared to 5 days.
No, but once again, if you didn't go just because they went Wednesday and Thursday doesn't mean they wouldn't have gone. If it was open on Thursday, they would have went Friday, Saturday. They could have still went to those days on those days. It still could have been that they went like you can't twice? Just say no. They would have went. There's not it's like saying the people that went Wednesday and Thursday didn't go on the weekend. It's like they didn't go on the weekend, but they could have gone on the weekend. Just because they bought the tickets on Wednesday, Thursday, didn't mean they couldn't have bought the tickets on Friday, Saturday. They still could have
counting them. But I'm counting them.
No, but I'm saying is you're saying 3 versus 5. It doesn't really matter, right? It's just that's the opportunity they had, and that's the weekend is.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, it's
actually 1 extra day.
Yeah,
because they all moved started on Thursday.
Yeah,
so it's just 1 extra day. So it's not this huge thing. It's just one extra day. All those numbers are 4 days.
Yeah, I mean, technically, because the Thursday counts towards the Friday number.
Yeah, which Wednesday could count towards the Thursday number. Like it's the same thing. It's just one extra day, regardless.
Okay.
It is, just whatever.
Opening weekend versus opening weekend.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's just like they could have won any other day.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on. I'm tired of talking shitty dinosaurs. Oh my god.
They're just going to make the money they're going to make.
Yeah. And we need to stop going to support it because they suck.
You can't tell kids that they don't to not go see dinosaurs.
Hey, we'll fucking watch Barney on TV and watch that makes the D-Rex look so stupid.
It looked like a ball sack.
Oh my god.
It looked like a ball sack with teeth.
I mean, it was a fucking kaiju. The thing was like 100 feet tall. Stupid.
None of the dinosaurs looked cool in this one. Like they just did nothing for me. Even in Jurassic World Dominion, as trash as that movie was, at least the dinosaurs looked cool. These ones were just so like unremarkable. At the absolute least, when a Jurassic movie comes out, even if it's trash, at the absolute least, I'm kind of like, at least like some of the dinosaurs were cool, and none of them were in this one. They were just so meh.
They put all their money into the new ones.
Argue with it. So I mean, no one. I don't think anyone said like. Why are you guys like acting like I like the movie? Like I just say it was a mid movie. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not going to shit on it. That's just how I'm not going to do. Mm-hmm. Say what you want to say. I don't care. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not going to shit on it. It's a movie. It's that done.
All right, let's move on. Get going. We got Brandon Davis watching Ballerina, saying we should watch that instead of Harry Potter.
No, we're gonna watch Harry Potter. It's okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna watch Harry Potter.
If more people maybe went to go see Ballerina, then maybe
Harry Potter made more money in one day.
One movie in one weekend probably made more money than Ballerina's entire life.
One weekend, one day. I bet you there's a $100 million day in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I can see that. Worldwide.
Ballerina full worldwide made not even $108 million.
Mm-hmm.
Worldwide.
Yeah. It's a good movie though. It's fun. I got a pre-order coming in. But he's liking it. And then he said Lance Reddick isn't dead. He keeps popping up and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think this is his last one from what I read. I think this is it. This is it. That's the last time you're gonna see him.
It's hard seeing him actually. It's hard for me to watch it.
Yeah. It's been what? 2 years? A year?
2 years.
2 years?
Yep.
2 years and he's still showing up in movies.
Yeah. Maybe he faked his death.
Right. Just to show up in John Wick without being bothered.
Because he's that big of a star. You're right.
Exactly. House, what's up?
Fernando.
So I gotta disagree with B here, saying the Continental was great. I don't think it was.
Yeah, the Continental didn't really do a whole lot for me, unfortunately. It was one of those that didn't need to exist, and the show just proved it. Like, why?
I don't think I like the first 2.5 episodes at all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I like that. I mean, at all. Like unwatchable. Like I fell asleep during it. I remember watching the first 45 minutes like this. What?
Yeah. I mean, that first episode, I was like, all geeked, and halfway through, I'm like on my phone. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what's going on? It was not good. But a lot of people liked it. So, I mean, a lot of people liked it. So maybe we're wrong.
Yeah, if you like it, that's fine. You know, I'm not gonna tell you to be wrong for liking it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Ballerina was good. That flamethrower was stupid, made no sense, but it was awesome. It was awesome. Made no sense.
It was solely for the sake of looking cool.
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second. I need to close the window.
All right, go ahead. We got Maria in the house. What was that? Yeah, right. You have a gun.
You know, like they trained Ballerina to be a stormtrooper. Whole town of stormtroopers. I don't understand. John Wick's killing people with one shot. They like got machine guns and they're missing everything, and he's not even moving. Like, I mean, I don't know. It was not believable, but fun.
Oh,
but isn't that what movies need to be? A good time when you go to the movie theater.
Yeah, I mean, especially at John Wick. John Wick is super unbelievable. I mean, the first one was kind of pushing the limit. The further along it went, it just got more and more crazy, stupid. Yeah.
Was the first one unbelievable?
No, it was like borderline. Where like, okay, he's kind of doing some cool shit, but it's not like to the extent of what like the last one was doing, you know?
Yeah. They got a little wackier with each movie.
Yeah, where he's like fighting in the middle of the street, in the middle of a roundabout.
Yeah.
How
many times you gonna fall down the stairs? Like, come on, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome. Like, no, it was funny as shit.
Don't do it.
But
yeah, like he was. They basically made him a. He was essentially a mutant by the third movie, like with just a ridiculous healing factor.
Just Wolverine,
you know, like when he survived getting shot off of a roof, like bouncing off of like
the awning,
10 awnings, into
like,
a trash can.
I'm like, come on, dude. And,
so be saying the first episode was great of Continental. The last two sucked. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I fell asleep through the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe it was late at night. I don't know.
Ballerina was way better than Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I'm not gonna argue with you there.
I can't believe how much money Jurassic made. I'm worried about Superman now.
You should.
I mean, I was always worried about Superman. Just the movie by itself, I'm worried about it. Let alone it being next to Jurassic movie, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's no way I'm sitting with it. It better be good. I'm coming after James Gunn. If it's not good, I'm coming after you. It's your fault.
It's so annoying seeing all the hate. I saw Den of Nerds made a post. Hey, it was a joke, but it still kind of like just rubbed me the wrong way. Where the post was like, "Oh, the new Superman movie was trash." I'm like, "What?" I mean, how did he see it already? And then like his comment under that was, "Oh, I meant to schedule this." So I'm like, okay, but still,
that's kind of funny. Talking about himself a little bit, they try to throw out all that shock at you. That's funny.
Yeah, because I mean, I clicked on it for sure. I'm sure it's gonna get a shit ton of views.
I saw it. I didn't click on it because I didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was like. I'm like, how did he see it? Well, first I'm like, how the fuck did he see it? But then so I was like, all right. I mean, it was funny, but also was like,
not me. I don't want to see it.
Well, I know somebody asked, is anybody going to the premiere tomorrow night?
Can't, unfortunately. Got some stuff I need to take care of.
I could. I'm just not paying extra money. I'm just going to go Thursday and be fine. Happy with it.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you want to join Kenny Sparks and Zack Attacks tomorrow. I think Kenny is seeing it tomorrow, so I'm sure they'll talk about it. Probably spoiler free and stuff, but you know, if you're curious for early,
Zach Mealin's doing it too.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Derpy's gonna check it out. So if you're, you know, if you follow us, you know who Derpy is. So you go check him out on his channel. I'm sure he's gonna talk about it. But yeah, we'll talk about it on Thursday. Speaking of, there goes Zack Attacks right there.
Yeah, we saw when he came in the building.
Mm-hmm. The domestic
Katie's missing the stream to go see Superman.
because that's right, because they're all at 7 p.m. And but you guys are on the same time zone, so you might be able to do a late one. You guys might be able to do a late one.
He ain't gonna do a late one. He does his time slot. He ain't got no reason to wait.
Yeah. Oh man. Hold on, Kevin. Zach, I saw your thumbnail for the most overrated director, bro.
No.
And I know it's clickbait, but man, that is.
I don't even know. I'm not coming. I'm not talking about this because I was angry. I got angry. I'm irrationally angry for no reason. He did such a good job. That's what you do with thumbnails, right? You want to get emotion for people to click on your stuff, man. I was angry.
Yeah. So definitely, Zack Attacks tomorrow. His live show is going to be the most overrated directors, and that thumbnail. And I was like, I never felt like such an old white lady like clutching my pearls. I was like, dare you. You know, but yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what you actually think about him and who is overrated. And I know he had asked his community who they thought was overrated as well. So
when this was on, I saw this, right? I was like, did he just do this? Did he do this? You know, I got the book, man.
Oh man, yeah, but yeah, go check out Zack Attacks tomorrow. He'll be streaming. Oh man, but let's move on. Kevin said domestic box office isn't going to be enough for international audience. Doesn't show up and support DC studios at the box office. That's the international is going to be important.
It's still Superman. No, you don't think you'll get at least 320? I never thought it was going to be more than
domestically.
I'm talking internationally.
International. I mean they did a good push for international markets. You know, they were in a bunch of countries over the last week. You know, so hopefully that helps, but we'll see. They do have a cool thing. I think it was London, or they have a building and it's like the way it is like the peak is like hollow in the middle, and they have like a statue of Superman floating there, so it looks like Superman's floating like in the building. Like I'm like, that's pretty sick. So I don't know how much that little tiny thing is gonna do for marketing, but it looks cool in the picture.
You know, the picture goes viral.
Yeah. Let's see. And Kevin said, I watched Ryan Coogler's Sinners, just okay film, not his best work.
It's been growing on me. I can admit when I'm wrong about something. That movie has been growing on me with each rewatch. Perhaps I was wrong about it.
I thought you were gonna like it. That's why,
especially from an aesthetic standpoint, I really enjoy it. It's just very well put together.
It's so funny because you thought I was not gonna like it.
I thought Brandman was gonna come in saying like I love it, but then I thought I was more worried about you, like what your thoughts, because I think you're more critical with something like that, and then it was flipped. So I was surprised.
I saw it wasn't just the picture they were showing. It was the context and the stuff in between the lines that really got there for me. You know, it's not just what's right in front of your face, but actually what he was trying to get at, and I love that part of it. So that's why I thought that was good. I watched it again yesterday, and I was like, man, watching with my mom. It was it's just still it's good. There's so many things I pick up on, and this because I was trying to point at one thing, and then my mom said, "Oh, did you notice this?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even realize." That. You know, and when you have a movie that does that, like at the train station, there's a lot of little things that you don't notice. You know, that is really cool. So you know, just continue to watch it. You know, I think he did a really good job, and I'm glad he's not going to continue the story because it only can go down from here. It's right as of right now. People are going to say it's a masterpiece. You know, it's only going to go down.
No, it was made for a one-off. There are things that you could there is more you could do with it if you wanted to, but as it stands, I think it's completely fine just as a one-off. You know, there's a lot of stuff because there's a lot of stuff you could do with it, but honestly, I kind of hope they don't. I think it's fine as is. I hope Warner Brothers doesn't get too greedy and like forge forward with something without the involvement of Coogler, because Coogler's made it pretty plain that he wants that, he's made it pretty plain in interviews about his vision and how it was crafted to, be a one and done. So I kind of hope they I kind of hope that's honored.
Yeah, but money.
Exactly.
I am not against chucked out Indian vampire hunters.
Yeah,
I'm not against it.
Yeah, even if he doesn't direct it, but at least if he's involved in it, I think it'll be all right.
No,
he needs to direct it.
He better direct it. I also know what father he's going to kill, though. That's the question. Somebody's daddy got to die.
Well, I mean, it's Native Americans. I'm sure. Telling a Native American story is not hard to find death.
So someone, yeah, hey,
yeah. So
talking about seeing the black story, 40 years of slavery. Yeah, you can find a lot of death. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Let's see where we at. Try to skip around because everyone's still talking about Jurassic World.
No, we just that late. They were talking Jurassic World and they finished.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Professor, what's up? Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. I like seeing a lot of you guys in other chats. We see Professor Film Fan in like chill streams and Dre streams and stuff like that.
I was watching Dre this evening, not too long ago.
Yeah. Fernando says Scarlett Johansson is now the most successful actor when it comes to franchise according to box office earnings. Yeah.
Yep.
Which is crazy. I think she beat out RDJ for that. So
she did.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really? It was RDJ?
I think it was RDJ and somebody else were like the top two.
Huh. Okay. I thought it was gonna be what's her name?
But they both kind of get the cheat code for being in the Avengers movies.
I thought Zoe Saldana would be it.
Oh, she should be
was
also
number
up there.
one.
No, she was up there. RDJ, Zoe were up
Avatar.
there, and she beat her out. Yeah,
Avatar.
Yeah,
that's $2 billion. Like that. You're talking about every run.
I mean, between the two movies, it's like almost 4 billion, I think.
Yeah,
right. So something stupid.
Just between the two avatars. We're talking about.
Also, Zoe has been in a lot of Marvel stuff, Guardian stuff.
She's in Endgame. She's in
both.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's not in Infinity. Yeah, she's in Infinity War.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
And he had to sacrifice her. Like I'm just saying, like she's been in all those movies. So it's hard for me to believe that RDJ passed her up, even with Oppenheimer.
Yeah, right. But I know they were both up there. I don't know which one was 1 or 2, but I remember seeing that Zoe and RDJ were up there, and Scarlett knocked both of them out. It's crazy.
Well, she's in all of those then.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's kind of like, I think you should count as lead actors. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. And what's up? Ace said, no, you have to suspend reality when watching these movies because not too many people are gonna willing go in for dinosaurs. Oh, I mean, that's for most movies. I think you gotta suspend your belief unless it's like a documentary or something, like Oppenheimer. Like I shouldn't be suspending my belief. I should be upset at the reality of what I'm watching, Like I feel like that should be kind of like the things, like the reality of what is going on should make you feel happy or sad or angry or something so crazy that you're like, oh yeah, this is not real.
So Scarlett Johansson actually beat Samuel L. Jackson.
Was he up there? Because I mean, he's been in a buttload of movies, but were a lot of them successful though, right?
But he's just been so many movies.
just by the sheer number of it all. He did 100 movies that made $1 each, and then like RDJ made one movie that made $100. Still equal.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah. Superman's win in July. Okay.
I mean, I would like to see it. I just don't believe it, but I would like to see it.
Yeah. So Fantastic Four and Superman are knocking out Jurassic Rebirth. Well,
I think you guys are just hoping.
Domestically, maybe there's a good chance domestically. That's in the conversation. Globally, nah. Not gonna happen.
So Scarlett's number 1, Samuel L. Jackson's number 2, Robert Downey Jr.'s 3, Zoe Saldana's 4, Chris Pratt is 5. Tom Cruise is 6.
That's surprising. I thought Tom Cruise would have been up there.
I thought he'd be a lot higher on that list.
Yeah,
that's craziness.
Because he did a lot of movies.
He has also the lowest amount of numbers, like of movies. Chris Pratt is only 23 movies. Tom Cruise is only 29 movies.
Chris Pratt's been in 26 movies. The fuck has he been in?
And it's number 5. He's number 5.
So I'm like, he did Parks and Rec and Guardians, and that's it. The hell?
It's like Endgame just does all.
Yeah, yeah, that's the cheat code. Oh man. Let's keep going. Minecraft making more money than Sinners is crazy. No, it's not.
No, I mean, come on. People are not going to go see movies because it's good. Money does not mean equal good. That's why I don't want everyone to say it does not equal good. We're talking about money.
You got to figure like the biggest video game ever, profit wise compared to an original story, and on top of that, like
just the amount of theaters it was in.
Yeah.
About half.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw Sinners in Dolby Sound, Dolby or IMAX. Even though you should have. Not in enough theaters.
Oh yeah, it wasn't enough. We got shout out our super chat. We're like way down. Master Caecilius. I can never pronounce it. And I just watched that movie too. Said I asked the other day, but it was too late. Will Black Panther ever be a man again? What do you think about the character being a woman?
I don't really feel like opening this can of worms tonight.
I know.
Okay, $5
want us not to talk about anything else.
We can say it quickly. I'm not gonna go into deep. I don't have a problem with Sherry. I think that she was a short run that she was Black Panther. I wish she was Black Panther. Why T'Challa was still alive, still around. And I think T'Challa will be back. I don't know if it'll be TJ, but or it'll be T'Challa. It'll definitely be a man.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's gonna be TJ or if it's gonna be T'Challa, but he'll be back. He has to be. Just where the franchise is going right now, he has to be.
It's the main character. Yeah. So
it's the main.
Yeah. So
it is. It is what it is. Yeah. I'm not. Once again, I don't hate. What they did with Letitia, and I have no problem with that part. I don't think she was Black Panther for a long point in time. I just don't like the idea of always competing against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the right thing.
Yeah, yeah. Kevin said Letitia Wright is going to stay Black Panther.
She will be
for the upcoming probably next 2 movies. But by the time Black Panther 3 comes out, I think that's when the transition is going to happen again.
I think she'll still be there. I don't think she dies in Secret Wars.
Oh, they won't kill her off.
I don't think they won't kill her. No.
So she'll still be there, but she might not take the number 1 spot as the main Black Panther. But in the comic book,
I think
this
she gives
short
it up.
run we're talking about, Shuri she becomes Black Panther, and she does it while he's around. And then I think end of Black Panther 3, she might give it up, but I don't think she gives it up in Secret Wars.
Mm-mm.
You know, so she's going to be Black Panther in Black Panther 3, but then she's not going to be the only one. And I think she might give it up after that. She said, I want to forge my own identity or something like that, because that's what I think that's what she said actually in the comic book.
Yeah, that's why I think by the end of BP3 is when, because BP3 is coming out after or before?
After.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if it's coming out after, then she's definitely at one point gonna give it up and probably do that. Like, I need to be.
She becomes a goddess.
Yeah. She has her own storyline. That's a really good.
Has a great story. You know.
So yeah. But yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But we appreciate the super chat. Let's see. What can we play for you? Here we go. Talking about killing people.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Dude, I used to walk around and say that all the time. Hello.
Just
my name's Inigo Montoya.
Yeah, I'm like super late. What's up, Mama Bear? I know we haven't got to your saying hello, boys, yet, but I saw it.
It was only half an hour ago.
It was like an hour ago. And man, so all you guys are coming in. Yeah, like Chris Pratt was in Super Mario Brothers. That made a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Pratt was in all of the $1 billion Jurassic World movies.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. But
Chris Pratt's number is at $14.1 billion.
Yeah, because you got to figure Mario, the 3 Jurassic Worlds, that's already 4, and then you got to figure Endgame and Infinity War, both billion. That's like $6 billion movies right there.
So it's been in 23 movies. He has the highest average out everybody in the top 10.
Yeah,
he averages $605 million per movie.
Damn. So then he comes out with some shit like what's the other one? With him in oh my god, the chick where they're like lost in space or something like that. Passengers, Passengers, right? Yeah,
that made a lot of money, didn't it?
Did it make a lot of money? I mean, it was like an okay movie. It wasn't even like that great.
You remember who the characters are, right? The people
the actors. Yeah, that's true.
Do you understand?
That is true. You went to go watch Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
Like, yeah, I gotta say, Passengers had maybe 315.
Globally 303.
Okay, 300. All right, so I should.
It made 100 domestic and 203 international. Damn. Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
And we got another super chat. He goes, "Do you think Riri is unlikable?"
No, I don't.
And then she drives the bat. Who said that? Who said she's unlikable?
No, I don't. I think she's kind of a breath of fresh air character-wise in the MCU, and I kind of like how she's really her own worst enemy. I think that was kind of something that they can play around with down the line.
How's that different than anyone else?
It's how many characters in the MCU, besides like the most glaring one being Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm. They're their own worst enemy.
Yeah, how many times has Tony?
All of them? because they're all pretty much, that's the fatal character flaw. It's most of the time is you get your own way. Even Thor, why wasn't he king of Asgard immediately?
Mm-hmm. Well, he also made a deal with a literal devil.
See, and I think that's where you get out to is the whole. I don't think it's Riri Williams. Riri Williams is an awesome character. I love her. I've loved her since what was it 2020? It was like the first comic book. Love her.
Wasn't it earlier than that?
I don't think it's 2019, 2020. I think that's about it. When first
something like that.
Williams.
She's
but
pretty new.
Yeah, my problem is the writers. I have no problem with the actual character Riri Williams. I think she's an amazing character and she is needed. And she's a brilliant scientist that you really need to know her backstory and appreciate her for it. I don't think that they did her justice. In this TV show. This TV show was made 2 years ago or 2 or 3 years ago, right? It's just released now. They didn't do marketing and they didn't give the character the arc that it should have had. So, I mean, at all parts, I feel like the writers did more harm than actually the character. Then the character's a great character and it could have done wonders.
Mm-hmm. I did see a really interesting theory of this version of Riri being connected because there's a lot of parallels to her and Tony Stark, but how she's connected to Dr. Doom, Doom Tony Stark. It was like she's got the suit. Iron Man, obviously Tony's gonna have a suit that's gonna look like Dr. Doom armor. She's got the cloak now. So she's got magic. Dr. Doom is like time traveling magic dude, So it's like, people are like, I wonder if they're gonna like connect them somehow where like she becomes like an apprentice to like Doom,
What's her name that should be apprentice to Doom? The other one that was in series.
In Ironheart?
Yeah. Kree's her mother.
Zelma?
Her name. Zelma should be Doctor Strange. She I think she's going to train in Kamatash.
Yeah, but she'll be connected to Doctor Strange more than
she's
Doom.
Definitely going. Yeah. She's gonna be in Doom, and Doctor Strange is gonna be connected to Doom too.
Well, I think a version of Doctor Strange is, and that's why I think I'm really worried about all this shit because you can have different versions of the same character. I think, and I think I don't know. Yeah, I think that might be a big issue. We'll see. Zach said I like the idea of her becoming a pupil of Doom. I mean, it kind of like plays into what's going on right now too, and because I mean we already figured out like she's not who she is in the comic book. Just not.
Yeah,
it's just a whole different kind of take. So,
which I think is a waste. And because you could have melded the both. You don't have to do exactly the same thing, but you could have melded the most important parts of her to it, and that's all I would have.
Yeah, I said. So I know that that's what they're saying, but real people ain't saying that. We're saying it. Yeah. So it's the narrative being pushed by the outrage culture. With her, and that's the whole thing I hate too. People are like, when she talks about Tony being a billionaire and that's why he got to do a lot of the stuff he did, and then it's like, and then it cuts to what's his name? What's his name?
Ezekiel
Stane.
No, the dad. From Iron Man 1.
Obadiah.
It's like, Tony Stark made this in a cave of scraps. Like, no, he made that. He didn't make the Iron Man gold. He didn't make that in the cave. You gotta remember, he made a thing that barely fucking walked, that flew and then crashed and then exploded into a bazillion pieces. He made Iron Man at home
with all his toys, with all his AI
and all his money and his AI. She built that same thing in her fucking kitchen. I'm like, I hate that argument. It was like she made it in a garage. Like, no. He made that thing, the very, very first Iron Man thing in a cave with scraps.
You know, I don't
which
wanna
is
go too
awesome.
far.
I'm not saying it's horrible, but apples to apples. Come on.
Does anyone else feel like it was wrong with MIT to get rid of Riri Williams and for her thing after she created the detector?
Yeah. That's right. I forgot she did that. Not vibranium. Yeah, vibranium.
She got that vibranium detector that all governments around the entire world were using trying to detect vibranium.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me she created that and no one else did, and you go kick her out 2 years later? What?
Yeah. Yeah. for helping other students.
Yeah, for doing people's homework for them.
Yeah.
Like, she did something on a global scale that no one else could do.
Yeah. Yeah. Even the Wakandans were like, wait, what'd you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so funny.
No, he was saying he made the arc reactor out of box of scraps. Yeah, but I mean, I don't think her thing was really about the arc reactor. Her thing was always like wanting to make a suit.
It was a box of scraps. It was a box of nuclear like warheads.
Out of bombs
and everything.
Which are very, very technical, and they're all Tony Stark shit too. So it's not like they're cheap. The
most expensive things in the world.
The most expensive bombs in the MCU world. They stole her idea and they kicked her out. Pretty much, that's what it feels like.
Which is crazy to me. I'm like, wait, you forgot that she did all that?
Yeah. Yeah, they kicked her out over some BS.
Over BS.
But that's what I'm saying. The character's not bad. I think the writing wasn't great, and they didn't. It was a little
all over the place. Yeah,
they didn't even try to figure it out because they were like, "We're not going to release it," and then they decided to release it, and they're like, "It's not going to fix it." So we're having questions and questioning it like it was put all this money and marketed, and they cared about it like that, and they really didn't.
Yeah. Agreed. Here, let me see, because there's some people in here that I skipped over. Anzo is in the house.
Anzo,
shout out to Anzo.
No.
I saw that. It said Tank is clutching his pearls. me and Brian were on StreamYard after a show when I saw it. I was like, what? Brian was like, wait, what happened? And you had the same reaction. You're like, oh no. Oh man. Who else I saw in here? I saw a view of Drew's in here saying,
Drew, what's up, man? I saw what you said on Facebook. Definitely gonna follow the guy too.
Yeah, I want to follow him. He had 1,000 that night. I watched it live. It was pretty awesome, man. He was like a younger kid, so like for him like to hit 1,000, and he has like pretty good views on everything. So yeah, he's pretty fun. Well, there was somebody else. Tony's in the house. What's up, Tony?
Yeah, I saw Tony. I saw him. Yeah. That was hour.
I know. I'm just trying to see, like, make sure we catch at least everyone who's in here. I said I thought the writing was great besides small issues. I mean,
I thought the writing it didn't sound anything like Chicago. I thought that the dialogue was poor. I thought that they did who she was supposed to be. I already talked about it, about the whole STEM and the research and all that stuff and how important that should have been and who she was, and they didn't highlight those things at all. So I feel like they just missed out on a lot, but it could have been all real. You know how Marvel does, right? They have a script, they film stuff, and then they go back and look at it and say, "Oh, does that make sense? Now we're gonna throw that away and we'll do this. No, we're gonna throw that away. We're gonna do this." That's how Marvel does stuff. But they didn't give this a chance because they weren't going to release it. So like, I can't blame that, but I still say the writing wasn't what it should have been, because this could have been great. Ironheart should have been a jumping board to a lot of different things. We're talking about so many great things, and I just, Strange Academy could have been it. She could have been doing a lot, and it didn't. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it still can connect, but it would have to like retroactively go in, and like the new show would have to mention Ironheart. Like at Strange Academy would have to mention Ironheart with Zelma. Whatever Mephisto does next obviously has to tie in with whatever Ironheart does with the cloak. So yeah.
I mean, I still say they miss character flaws. I mean, It's like,
Yeah.
but we're saying, when I'm saying it's not Chicago, is because we live in Chicago. Us three live here. Like, we know how it should be, and the sounding as in a family. That's not my black family talk about, but that's just what it is,
Mm. Yeah.
You live on the south side? Nah, bro, that's not what's going on.
Oh man, they said by the end, Stark had nanotech suit. It seems like a downgrade to Ironheart's suit. I mean, it is, but he also has the money, the technology to do the nano suit and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's like
Riri had $150,000 grant that she spent building the whole the detector too, like the vibrating detector too, and then her suit. That was her passion project, but she already did something amazing with that grant. Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's why I didn't understand that from the beginning.
Yeah, you know what I saw, because I've been seeing a lot, like, because I'm trying to like see positive things with because it's a lot of negative stuff is really easy to talk negative about Ironheart, but there's a lot of people like talking positive and like things that they wish they would have seen that would have really like upped the show. And one was, he goes, what if she got the car back and you find out that parts of the car, because it was rebuilt by Shuri, parts of the car has some vibranium in there, where like that was like her gift, where like, oh, like, if she should be this good, so she'll find out there's, hey, we gave you some vibranium, like I snuck it out for you, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Did anyone remember seeing at the beginning that she sold the car at the beginning? You figured it out by the end. At the beginning, that she sold a car for school.
Yeah, they don't show it. They just talk. They
talk about it at the end.
Yeah, they talk about it.
No, they say it in the beginning. They say it in the beginning, like really quick. Like she had to sell it for the money. Like, and when she's like doing all the people's homeworks and shit, and all about money.
The car, or hearing about the car, but that's why I was like,
they bring it up. They bring it up in the first episode, but it's like, if you don't catch it, if you don't hear her talking about it, but yeah, they brought it up. Yeah. I just don't get it. I was like, why would you? Like, also, how much did you get for it? Because like
the car that just got rebuilt by the Wakandans.
Yeah. Which I'm sure it's not like knockoff shit. It's either really, really grade A, replacements or the original shit. So, but that's why somebody was like, oh, if they rebuilt it, it would have made sense that they would have maybe used some vibranium, or at least Shuri would have been like, hey, I hid some in there for you so you can build your suit. You know what I mean? Like, kind of thing.
Gas, so you don't have to use gas anymore. We're gonna use this technology to make sure you have. But if that was the case, they would allow her to keep her suit for Wakanda.
Mm-hmm.
Let her keep it.
Yeah. Well, no, the person was saying like obviously she couldn't go away because you would piss off everybody, but Shuri, like, kind of under the radar, wanted to like help her. But I was like, you could have gave her like $1 million and that would have fucking helped out a lot too. Like, I'm sure that's like hiding under the fucking, just break off a chip of the throne. Like, here you go.
What do you mean, what throne? There's no one left.
Yeah, right. It's underwater. Oh man,
we want to talk about that. Yeah.
The man said, "I'm not hating on the show, just a nerd." Nah, I mean, yeah.
No. There's things that I want Ironheart to be great, and there's things I have problems with, but that's because I'm a person who, like, I got all these comic books, and I, have a problems with not understanding the character. I think this is, what you say about Superman, right? Superman, too many people do movies and TV shows and all that stuff without, knowing the character and having their character, identity being known, and then you're going to kind of do stuff without that. I don't like that. That's where I was at a problem.
Yeah, you start to kind of, I want to say, like, it feels hollow.
Agree.
Yeah.
So this picture from Mama Bear real quick too.
Yeah. What you got? Yeah,
Mama Bear just sent me this. The art.
Oh, that's good in St. Louis.
Yep. Superman. That's marketing for you right there, right? I like it.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's pretty cool, and they are doing stuff out there. I still wonder if it's gonna make money or not, but this is pretty cool.
Yeah, they're doing they're doing a pretty good press tour. Like worldwide, and they're doing a pretty good one. I mean, does it turn into box office numbers? I don't know, but we'll see. I know I saw Mama Bear earlier saying like, what was it? Or somebody was saying like, James Gunn just needs to get out of the way.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of people talking about that. Get off Twitter. Yeah, we know about that. Get off Twitter and get out the way. Yeah, I feel like I've been saying it for a year and a half.
Yeah, yeah. They didn't think that position though. I just noticed that. Holy shit. That's funny.
Oh,
or they did think about the position. That's the problem.
Sperm.
That's funny.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, so since we're kind of talking about this, do you want to pull up that clip from Rick and Morty? We could watch it and then I can always cut it out.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I
can just cut it out. So Rick and Morty, they're on their 8th season. Right now they're about halfway through the season, I think. I didn't watch the episode. Usually I watch the episode tonight. So after we're done here, I'll try to edit and I'll watch the episode because I don't have time on Sunday night to watch it. But the clip's been going around like crazy. I don't even get the context of it yet, but pretty much Zack Snyder and James Gunn are in it, and they voice themselves, and they make fun of themselves, make fun of each other. It's hilarious. If
they go parody themselves on it's awesome.
Oh, it's because I'm like, that sounds like James Gunn. I'm like, that kind of sounds like Zack Snyder. I haven't heard him talk that much. Like I watched a couple interviews when he did like E3 back in the day. So I was like, it sounds like him, but then it's both of them, which is pretty funny.
Listen to that. That's funny.
Yeah. But just seeing, because like they are friends, they are cool with each other. So it's like seeing them to like do that on Rick and Morty. I didn't even ever imagine like Rick and Morty is trying to patch the DC fandom. This is Rick and Morty. So
all right, let's see if we can pull this up.
But I did see another clip. It's not here, but I don't know, at some part in the show, Zack Snyder gets shot, and it's the same shot. Well, he gets shot and he's bleeding out, and then they do an overhead pan, and it's him with the Superman pose, when he's in the snow. So that's pretty funny too.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's actually was them voicing. Yeah, which when I found that, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool that they're like kind of making fun of everything. Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can hear this thing.
Yeah, Gunn gets shot. Yeah. Did I say Zach? No. I mean, James Gunn gets shot in the show.
You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do. Tell me you guys hear it. Can you see it?
No.
Hear it?
I can't hear anything.
Okay. Because it was only one I already did, so I'll close this in.
No. Yeah, so I gotta watch the episode because I have no idea why.
Yeah, I have to watch the entire thing.
Yeah, why both of them are in it.
All right. There we go.
Yo, James Gunn.
Oh, hi, Zack Snyder.
Just saw your new cut of Superman, and word of advice, he's the man of steel, not the man of conversation.
Okay.
Do more shots of him punching, and here is a secret move. Start the punch at regular speed, and then you're going to ramp it down.
It's not a fucking secret. I'm sorry, Zack Snyder. I shouldn't be lashing out at you. Your biceps are the size of my head.
Yes, but so is my heart. What's going on with you?
Some fan of the Velocitree franchise got onto the lot today. He used a portal and he just Zach, we're not losing touch with the audience, are we? I mean, I gave notes on the goddamn Count Chocula movie this morning.
Was the portal green? That's Rick Sanchez, Gunner. That's the guy that sealed Nolan in the giant bookcase to quote unquote punish him for Interstellar. He doesn't represent real fans. He's just the smartest man in the universe. Don't sweat it. He can't do what we do. Probably. Gonna go crush some weights. One day you're gonna wish you hit the gym like I do, James Gunn.
The creatine, please.
Extra creatine, please.
There's over the extra creatine, please.
That's great.
It's so good. It's like, Rick winds up like, what do you say, kidnapping Nolan, just say F you for Interstellar. I was like, hey, I like Interstellar. Yeah,
funny.
That is a pretty funny clip, you know, that, you know, because like Zach's making fun of like the slow-mo thing, and you know, Gunn's making, you know, being made fun of with you know, like, you know, the not enough action in the trailer supposedly and stuff like that.
All the talking.
So, yeah. So it is pretty funny though. Do enjoy that.
All right, we're gonna watch this other part because I think this is hilarious. I'm watching it. I'm laughing as I'm watching it. So, here we go.
This won't just put butts in seats and sell popcorn. It will give people hope. It could save Hollywood. It could change everything.
Nice work, Mr. Gunn. Give the man a Sunday.
Ooh, I love Sundays. Ah!
Why was it called a Sunday?
It's
right in the spot.
Well,
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
What's up with the like Miami Vice style music at the end?
You gotta watch the whole episode.
The last couple of seasons have been really last season and season 8 of Rick and Morty has been different. It's been very different. But yeah. So Snyder's a very overrated director. Don't let the you know, the Snyder, you know, release a Snyder cut, you know, or Snyder cut fandom kind of sway your opinion of him, you know. Because I don't know if those people like just want to see it so bad, you know, where they think he's like the greatest director ever. But he's like, I enjoy a lot of his stuff, you know, so I want to say he's overrated. You know,
I think he's a good director still. I like. I think he's
a good visual director, so long as he has a good script to work with. You know, he's really like on point, but he never fails from a visual standpoint.
Yeah.
Who's older?
Oh, I think I think Snyder's older by like a couple years, right?
I think Snyder's 59.
Yeah.
And Gunn is 58. Just turned 58.
Damn.
Yeah.
But Snyder fandom just want to see his story to be finished. I mean, I get it. You want that, but I don't. as a comic book fan, I don't.
You know, I don't like to hate on his movies. I think Justice League is not as bad as it. You know, the Snyder cut is much better.
I mean, the Snyder cut is
much better. Come on, but what he was going to go forward with, I would have hated.
Yeah,
I would have hated it. I think I've said it before. I would have hated the way he was going to go forward his story.
Yeah, because again, it's going back to like the Riri thing. You know, like, oh, here's his character, but we're gonna change everything about it and make it feel very different. You know, and I was like, you know,
yeah.
You know, I'm sure it would have looked cool. I'm sure it would have had some people like in love with it. But I think from what I read and heard, you know, all the leaks and stuff, I was like,
I just did not like the idea where it was going. No,
yeah.
I feel like I would have watched the movie. I would have been there first day watching the movie and been so turned off, and I would probably I might have left.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fan of what the supposed story was supposed to be. So
yeah,
I wish they just slowed it down. I think Snyder could have still did what he was doing. I definitely still don't like the Batman Superman story, but if they should have slowed it down and actually create the characters and didn't try to rush the Justice League film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest problem. Rushing Batman vs Superman and rushing the Justice League, it was just too much. There's no need.
Yeah. Again, that was a lot of Warner Brothers probably pushing it though too. So can't put all of that on Snyder. It was a lot of Warner Brothers heads like, hey, make the Justice League. Do it. So but Maria said Snyder is good when it comes to visuals, but he doesn't know how to tell stories. Or like Brandman said, I think he needs to have a good script where he can tell the story. Because look at 300. 300, but it's
great,
also
right?
300 is great.
It's from a great book, though.
Yeah,
Watched from a great book.
Yeah.
I
think, like Sucker Punch fell flat for me. I kind of get what he was going for with it, but unfortunately, it just didn't do a whole lot for me. I'm pretty middle of the road when it comes to Man of Steel.
Another movie I just say it's just fine.
Yeah, like it's I don't hate it at all. I'm just very middle of the road on it. And like his other stuff, like aside from DC, like Rebel Moon didn't really unfortunately do a whole lot for me. Again, I kind of get what he was going for.
Yeah, it's Dawn of the Dead, right?
What's that?
He did Dawn of the Dead, right?
He did Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
That was like I think that was his first feature-length film.
But also, James Gunn wrote the script.
James Gunn wrote the script, yeah.
So
I thought that was a great debut.
Yeah.
I would say it was good. I like Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. I like that one. What's that?
He also did
04?
Yeah, I think 04. He did Legend of the Guardians.
Yeah, I remember that one with the owls.
That's the one that was slipping my mind.
I'm looking at it right now. I was like, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that one wasn't bad.
Yeah, and we got like a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, but whatever. But yeah, I personally like Sucker Punch, but story wise, it's not much. It's okay.
Don't judge me, but I love Sucker Punch.
I love Sucker Punch. So I mean, it's got like Vanessa Hudgens in it, and super attractive women in it, but like the music was it's not my style. I'm not a big fan of Bjork, but it worked with the story and the visuals and stuff like that. Yeah.
Cassilia says Dawn of the Dead is my favorite zombie movie by a large margin. There's a lot of people that say that about Dawn of the Dead.
It's a good one.
Really well done.
He also did Army of the Dead. Yeah, Mama Bear. He did Army of the Dead, which I was okay with it. I didn't hate it. I didn't like love it, but it was good.
This is the most positive I've been about Stein. I'm wearing you down. No, I've always felt like I was the same, with him. Like he has good movies. He's fine. There's parts that I literally hate hearing about what he's going to do with Batman and Superman. I hate that. I don't like Batman versus Superman. And I thought Justice League, he tried to save it, but it was still rushed and it was a problem.
Yeah.
But if they would let him just do what he was going to do, I think it would have been okay.
So
see, you had me attractive one. Maria says Snyder was a terrible decision to be in charge of DCU. He made Superman too dark. Who killed Superman in his second movie in the DCU?
Yeah, he was the
rushing
wrong,
it.
Yeah, he was the wrong person for to basically be the Kevin Feige of that universe.
It wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be Jeff Johns, but then Green Lantern wound up really sucking, and he got a lot of heat for it, even though he lost control of whatever that movie was supposed to be. But it was supposed to be Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns was supposed to be the Kevin Feige, and then all that went to shit after Green Lantern. And then Zack Snyder came in, and but I want to see Zack Snyder direct a film in the DCU under James Gunn. I think it would be awesome. Yeah, 100%.
Big Anzo says, "You like Sucker Punch? I don't want to hear you say anything about my taste in movies." I mean, to be fair, Anzo, you don't have taste in movies. You just hate a lot of stuff. So what about that warehouse scene in Batman versus Superman?
Again, visuals are amazing when it comes to Zack Snyder.
It's basically the Arkham games come to life.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I'm not going to sit there and talk bad about it. I don't hate that part, but it doesn't save a movie.
Agreed.
Snyder DC movies made money because have lost money. Yeah, I mean, he's only been one. It's on the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
And if he makes money here, which is gonna be a hard thing to do, but if he makes money here, he's 1 for 2, 50%, and he makes money on the next one, he's 2 for 3, like 66%. Like it goes up quickly.
Well, I liked the Suicide Squad. I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, I liked it.
But it didn't make money.
It didn't make money. What year did it come out? 2021?
2021.
Yeah. So you still had a lot of COVID stuff going on still. Damn, it's got 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, it's good, but it ain't that good.
No, it's a lot of people didn't go see it. So, because as you said, it was COVID.
Oh, 90% on with the critics, 383, and then 2,500, which is pretty low for the audience. They're 82.
So, fellas, I'm watching Man of Steel right now. Dark Room. What's up, Dark Room?
What's up, man?
So the warehouse scene is goated.
It was awesome. Yeah.
But everything visually, I mean, it's just you should have let him take his time.
Yeah.
It's just what it should have been. The Sucker Punch characters remind me of Sailor Moon.
That's because the main character's in like a schoolgirl outfit, like Sailor Moon. So. I mean, they're all in like super short skirts and thigh-high pantyhoses and heels and guns and it's like,
who's gonna say no to that?
Exactly, man. 2010, like I was like what 20 something, early 20s at that point. I was like, hell yeah.
You were no early 20s, you're late 20s.
2010,
late 20s,
probably.
The warehouse scene is the best Batman fight ever. Is that true?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is it B? What you're saying?
I'm trying to think of other Batman ones that measure up.
It's not a long list.
Yeah.
Because Nolan's strong suit was never action sequences or fight scenes, especially in the case of the Batman movies. So I can honestly say none of his fights, none of the fights in the Dark Knight trilogy ever wowed me. Yeah, I'm trying to think of others.
I mean, the one with the Joker, him and the Joker.
When
they're in
the 89?
No, in the first Dark Knight, man, in that half constructed like building. And with the hostages, and also I thought that whole thing was pretty awesome.
That's a good one.
But it's still not in the same league as Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. Because he also that one was interesting because like he was using his smarts, because then he had to like, because the hostages were the cops, so he had to like stop the cops from killing the hostages or something like that. So he had to find a way to take a bunch of people down without killing them.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it something like that? You know,
yep, because they were on
the
like
warehouse
mind control or something. Like, what was it?
I think the bad guys in the cops,
he was running through, just getting them all, tying them all up, sending them out. Like,
it's been a while since I watched it.
It was an awesome scene.
Yeah. But the warehouse one is just like full on brute. I mean, he's breaking necks, cracking skulls.
Yeah.
Didn't he put like somebody through a wall or through the floor or something like that?
Yeah, he like punched this dude and he like ragdolled the face first through the floor, head first through the floor.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he just said. It was like, hey, you need some more action. You need more fighting. You need stop all the talking. Dialogue, script. That's what I said.
With Batman. Yeah. So the Watchmen was amazing.
I love Watchmen.
It's good. It's good.
I have the regular one. I have the steel book. I really
have the director's extended cut.
Yep, I got
that. One I got. Like the 3.5 hour long one.
I have three of them. I have three separate.
Nice. Oh man. So that's a big if, Brian. Forgot what you're saying.
Yeah.
Pandemic. The pandemic. Because I had to look it up. So Suicide Squad was released in theaters and on HBO Max the same day. Which, as a fan, like as somebody who loves movies, I'm like, oh, awesome! I can watch all these movies right, on at home, But like as somebody who's like also going to the theaters, that's not a good. It wasn't like they did that to Dune. They did a bunch of movies, and it was not the best idea.
So Mama Bear was talking about when we said that if he makes money on this first movie, on the Superman, he has to make a lot, because I think the production cost was almost $300 million, and then plus the marketing budget, you're probably talking about he has to make $700-800 million. But if it does, then he's already he's good. He's
So he said, Dark Room said, here's where Snyder's DC went wrong. No solo Batman film, no Superman sequel. Batman v Superman was way too early. Yeah.
You need more time. You need time to cook.
I mean, they all should have had their own solo film, and then it built up. Same thing like Marvel. If you wanted to be like Marvel, then follow that formula. But you wanted to
rush it.
Rush it. Again, not on Snyder. That's on the company. Yeah. But yeah, Batman should have had a film. There should have been a sequel to Superman. There should have been a couple sequels to Superman. You could have done a Batman and Superman film, but be more like Public Enemies, more than Doomsday. They were kind of doing. Wonder Woman got her movie, but then Flash should have probably got his movie. Cyborg. I wouldn't mind a Cyborg movie, but
it could have worked.
Cyborg is a TV show.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still $1 million lawsuit. A lot of HBO WB movies were a big loss during that time.
Yep.
Big, like Dune was pissed. Who's it? Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, he was fucking pissed. To the point where I think it got pushed back a bunch of times, because he's like, no, you're not releasing it on HBO. Like, they're like, yeah. He's like, no, fuck off. Like,
yeah.
It was a big back and forth, I remember. So Watchmen was boring.
I liked it a lot.
I liked Watchmen.
Now, who will beat Dr. Manhattan and Superman together? Who would beat them?
Batman.
Prep
That
time,
machine.
right?
Prep time, exactly.
With Dr. Manhattan, he should be dead. You should just be
Yeah.
look at him just like you no longer exist.
Mhm.
But wait, I get a great plan. Dead.
All right, everyone's hating on Watchmen.
I like it a lot. I got all of them.
Yeah, Watchmen. Caca.
The regular one, the director's cut.
Cyborg movie was supposed to happen. That would have been. I would have not have minded. I think you could have told his full story and really got into some cool shit. You know, and you would have been able to set up a lot of the alien technology, like the boom box or the boom tubes with Cyborg. So when you get to that point where you need to talk about the boom tubes, it's not just like, oh shit, here it is, you know, and it's, you know,
talk about this right before so we can have this scene.
Yeah, like it's talked about in the movie to explain it later on in the movie when they use it. It's like, nah, you know. So it would have been cool. I like Cyborg. He's a cool character.
Yeah,
Goku.
I like Cyborg.
Okay, cool. Take both of them. Not Dr. Manhattan is a problem. Like when you can think that they don't exist and they don't exist anymore. How do you fight that? Hope that he gets depressed. Hope that he's
I mean, that's kind of what happens, right?
It's one thing you can do against something. Like, we're gonna wait for him to be depressed and be upset.
I mean, that's exactly what happened in the comic or in the movie. Is like they tell him like, "Hey, think about it. Think about what you're gonna do," and he's like, "Fuck," and then he goes to the moon. You know, like, they just made him think about shit too much, and he's like, "You're right," and it's left.
So
oh man,
sad.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan could create his own world. Yeah, he would have made a Kyle his bitch.
Yeah, you know, we're talking about the guy who exists like literally every second of every time in each timeline and can see time. Would you call it like in a linear kind of state? Like he experiences and sees time. Like Dr. Manhattan is pretty much untouchable.
Yeah, he's like probably the most OP'd character ever.
You just gotta hope that he like messes up. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stay alive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because even in the movie, he's like 100 feet tall and just waving his hand, and people just like disappear. You know, I was like, well,
he's one of the smartest people in the world, along being most powerful. That dude's a problem.
Yeah. Better face off Dr. Manhattan versus ScarJo's Lucy. The Lucy was interesting. I enjoyed that movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was
Did I enjoy it? I don't know if I enjoyed it.
I had a cool concept. I like things that it did, but I mean, Dr. Manhattan, 100%. Yeah. Nothing like a blue squeaky dicky, exactly.
You want to wrestle him? Dude, you get your dick out. How can I wrestle you? It's like, this is not going to happen.
Like 2-on-1. It's unfair.
Yeah, like no. Exactly. Oh man.
All right, let's talk about some movies, man. What we got? Yeah, MurderBot, and what's the other one? Oh, Old Guard.
Old Guard too.
Yeah, that should be a quick one. They're on. You think they're on equal levels, Lucy and Dr. Manhattan?
I'm not too sure.
Dr. Manhattan's way up above anyone.
Yeah. I mean, Lucy was interesting. I would have to rewatch the movie again. But yeah. Wrestling was originally done naked.
Not with me.
I would say, of course, Mama Bear would know that. It's a Mama Bear fun fact.
Let's do it the original way.
Yeah. We'll talk about we'll talk Old Guard. That should be a quick one. Because like Matt's saying, they didn't even finish the damn movie. Who wins Thanos or Frieza? Frieza. Yeah. Thanos with the gauntlet, probably, but just Thanos, Frieza. Yeah. I mean, Frieza was like,
he's a deviant. So I mean, he's honestly Thanos is like a god, but so is Frieza.
I mean, Frieza just like for shits and giggles, just flicked his wrist and destroyed the entire planet. You know, and that wasn't even him in his full ultimate form. You know what I mean? So even Frieza in the cartoon, we still haven't got him in his form yet, because he gets another evolution in the comics in the books, and he becomes even a bigger fucking problem. So
give me 1 second. This dog just came down here. I gotta
all right.
take his limping butt back upstairs.
Poor guy.
Right
all right. When he comes back, we'll talk about that. But yeah, I would say Frieza. Frieza is a cool rapper name.
It does have a ring to it in that regard.
I think I just bought. Do I have it now? I think I have it upstairs. I bought the thrift store had a couple of Dragon Ball Z movies, and one was Frieza's brother comes in. Have you ever seen that one or heard of that one?
I think I've heard of that one.
Okay. Do you remember what Frieza's brother, his name is?
It's not coming to me. What was it?
Cooler.
Frieza Cooler.
Yeah, bro. It's so stupid. Cooler. Maria knew it. It's Cooler. It's so stupid, man. It's so stupid. You know, and then as you get older, you find out like all the Dragon Ball, like all the Z fighters, all the people like, or all the Saiyans are all just fruit or veggies. Oh, they're all veggies. You know. So yeah. Even I don't know if you watched Super Dragon Ball Super. The Saiyans from a different universe are also like veggies. Like one, you know, the Bali of the other universe is like Khalifa. I was like, or Khalifa or something like that. I was like, come on. Yeah. I said, do you guys watch Dragon Ball Evolution? Yeah, unfortunately.
It's
Maria said it.
Awful.
It might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like easily.
That's the
I'm still
Evolution.
I'm still in disbelief that that they thought that was going to go over well. It was so bad.
Especially, what year did that come out?
2009.
2009.
I was going to say 10, right? It was 9. Yeah, you're right.
What's well, you also had damn it, what's it? That's not it. Is it? Yeah. You had Kung Fu Hustle and Shaolin Soccer come out like a good 5 years before, and you tell me you couldn't do Dragon Ball properly?
If I had it my way, actually, Stephen Chow would be the one who would direct a Dragon Ball movie after Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle. Like he was, you know, like he was made for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's so bad.
That's what it deserves better. It deserves more.
Yeah.
Eventually, I think it will. Eventually. But right now, a lot of studios are not going to bother with it. You know. So. And also, I don't know copyright-wise who owns it, because I even like, what was it? Akira. Akira went back to its original copyright owners. So Warner Brothers lost movie rights like
really?
a couple weeks ago. Yeah. They didn't put out a movie, you know, because you have to put out a movie or content X amount of, like, every between whatever time frame, or else you lose the rights. And they were going to have the Akira movie with what's his name directing it? Taika
It
Waititi.
was going to be it was going to be Taika
Taika?
Waititi at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At another
never
point,
happened.
it was going to be At another point, it was going to be the Hughes brothers.
That's right.
They
Oh
were
shit, I
gonna-
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of happy that didn't happen personally. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, but Akira.
Not
went
that I
back
dislike
to,
any of those directors, but it. Mhm.
Oh, go ahead. Who?
No, I was just saying, not that I dislike any of those directors. It just kind of seemed like a bad idea.
Yeah. So the
That's what I
studio
think.
Kodansha or whatever, they're looking for somebody to
Mhm.
pick it up.
Mm.
So, but yeah, June 27th, like a couple weeks ago, Warner Brothers lost the rights to Akira. So, yeah.
10 days.
So,
ago. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if a lot of like studios just don't want to deal with anime right now.
Mhm.
You know, like why try to make something live action when it's so much better in animation form? Minus One Piece. One Piece is like one of the only times when you're able to take an anime and make it live action, and it was so well loved. Like the live action was so well loved that even more people started watching the cartoon and read the books. You know, because you tried doing that with Cowboy Bebop a few years prior, and that didn't hit.
Mhm.
You know, it's just anime is hard to bring into live action.
Unless you want a lot of CGI. I mean, this is what it is. It's going to do a lot of stuff. It's going to look unnatural, so it's hard to do.
Yeah, especially One Piece. I mean, you got a character coming in who's nothing but CGI. Like the Chopper is like a little reindeer walking around and talking. It's like, yeah. So it's gonna be interesting, but there's some good Asian made Death Note movies. Not the Netflix. Yeah, they make pretty good live action ones, but they don't get popular worldwide
because it doesn't get released everywhere. So yeah.
It stays in usually Japan and Asia. But I want to see a good Dragon Ball movie. Dragon Ball Z. We can see Dragon Ball. All right. Let's talk Old Guard. Get this going. Pull this up real quick. If anybody didn't watch it, don't worry about spoilers. I don't think there's not much we could do to really spoil the movie for you. So,
yep. Yeah. If I didn't put it on my letterbox, but if I was, I would probably put 1.5 stars, maybe 2.
Same.
1.5. That sounds about right. I get it. I don't even know if I did add it to my letterbox.
I didn't do it yet.
Yeah. But yeah, it is not good. Oh, I did. What did I give it? Yeah, I gave it 2.
Yep. So it's between 1 and 9, 1.5 and 2. Yep.
So, all right. Didn't watch it yet. Doesn't matter. Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't. So, and we'll tell you why it doesn't in a little bit. But all right, let's get this one going. Should be pretty quick, I think. Where are we at? All right, what is up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandon Grizzly, Brandon, and we're going to review The Old Guard 2, the sequel on Netflix. Charlize Theron. We got Uma Thurman coming in for the sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty much everyone from the first one is coming back. All the actors. So yeah. So we'll get into our likes, our dislikes, our ratings at the end. Even some Rotten Tomatoes ratings.
Ejiofor. He's gonna give up on the name.
Oh shit! I completely forgot about him. I completely forgot him. Yeah, he was in. Yeah, I just remember like I always murder his first name, but Ejiofor. I learned his last name. But yeah. He was barely in this one. Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. We got a lot of things to, or a lot of things to not talk about. I don't know. But yeah. But we'll get into all that. Yeah. So before we jump into our dislikes and likes, Brian, you got a breakdown of what Old Guard 2 is about?
Sure. Annie leads immortal warriors against a powerful enemy, threatening their group. They grapple with the resurfacing of a long-lost immortal, complicating their mission to safeguard humanity.
Yeah.
Part 1.
So, part 1. Yeah. I'll start with you, Brian. What are some of your likes?
I was interested in seeing Old Guard again. I thought the first one was great. I thought the characters were awesome in the first one. The scenes were okay. I'm glad everyone came back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the action wasn't terrible. I'm struggling, guys. I mean, I was struggling watching it too. I was like, man, it should be better.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What about you, Brand Man? Any likes?
Some of the action was fine. I think Charlize Theron's really good at it. She's really good at action. I'll hand her that. It was cool to see Uma Thurman show up and do another action movie after all this time. And I liked that the character of Booker kind of had like a redemption arc.
I like that too.
And
yeah.
Hey, Quinn was really cute.
Quinn was cute.
Yeah.
More on her later. But yeah, that's really all I can give it at the moment.
Yeah. I appreciated, like, for me, one thing I appreciated, they tried to expand on the lore.
By changing it, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll let you go ahead.
Like, yeah, we'll get into what the actual lore is, but I appreciate them trying to like explain things a little bit. I try to explain things. Same thing with Brandman. I like the Booker thing. I think that might have been one of my favorite parts of it with the characters, was like him trying to get his redemption arc. But yeah, I mean, it was cool seeing everyone come back. So some of the new faces with Uma Thurman, it being with her name is Discord. It's so funny.
Yeah, so everyone has this old sounding name in Discord.
So
right?
yeah. But they said that's not her real name, because even Tua says like she goes by many names. But she goes by Discord now, which I was like, really? Okay. And then getting Quinn to come back was interesting. But like Brandman said, more on that later. Yeah. Some of the fight scenes were pretty cool. Yeah, that's about it for my likes. Let's see what you guys are saying. Master saying Quinn was way cute. Yeah. Also saying it was a pretty good action flick. Okay. But I was against some more dislikes. What issues did you have with it, Brian?
All right, I'm only going to say a couple of them because I'm sure all you guys are going to bring up a lot too. I'm going to start with Andy's haircut. What the fuck, dude? It's so terrible. This looks so terrible. The second thing is they kept on bringing. So the whole thing is Andromeda is like the oldest living immortal, right? And they kept on bringing new people in that said they were older than Andromeda. I was like, what's going on? Well, Tua, I don't think was older than her. He just found her after she has already been on the Earth for 3,000 years.
Yeah.
So, but just kept on bringing these old characters that existed the entire time. She was like, "Oh yeah, I wish I would have told you about this." Did you not see the whole first movie? You could have told us the entire time the first movie. What we were going under the assumption that you were the oldest, and now you're not, and you knew these other people. What the hell, lady? What the hell are you doing? I don't understand. Dude, everyone else was like a supporting character. Like Niall, not Niall, who's very important. Though she's very important in the movie, she didn't have much of a screen time. Like the thought of her was really important. I was like, oh, okay, that was about it. I mean, don't even what's his name? James Copley. That's Chiwetel Ejiofor. Was he in the movie?
Yeah. What was the point?
Barely.
Like, you know, don't even get me talk about Nikki and Joe. Like, you guys could have done. We waited a while for this movie, right? Then what the hell were we doing? I don't understand why it doesn't seem like it was written well. The action scenes were okay at best. The storyline was just not great. No, they added these new other characters that just didn't fit. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But there's much more. I'm sure these guys are going to tell you too.
Yeah. Real quick, Master said she looked for Quinn for 300 years and couldn't find her in this 50 feet area of the ocean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it took Discord 6 minutes.
There she is. Pointed at right there. Oh man. Even yeah, we'll get into that. All right, Brad, man. What are some negatives?
It even aside from the fact that they want to continue this story, which the way it ended just totally pissed me off, by the way.
Yeah.
But it didn't even feel it felt kind of unfinished, like in the sense that it barely felt like it had a first, second, and third act.
It was like it felt almost unstarted.
Yeah.
You
know, I had the same problem with it that I had with Daredevil Born Again. It was just one big trailer for the next one. You know, you need to focus on the now and what you're doing in this story. The character of Quinn, cute as she was, she kind of grated on my nerves at times. Yeah, like I get you're angry, but like holy shit. I think the character of Niall, I thought she was a really cool character, and a lot that they could do. There was a lot that they could potentially do with her, and then they just didn't.
I would say, what did they do? What did they end up doing?
Yeah. So
yeah, they gave her this power, but like no one knows about it until the last 5 minutes.
Yep, exactly.
So like,
and you know, who knows when we're gonna get the next one, because it took them like
5 years.
Yeah, they filmed this movie like 2.5, 3 years ago.
Damn.
And it's just now coming out. So for all we know, we're gonna get another 5-year wait until the next one. So but yeah, it just and some of the action sequences, I hate quick cuts. Just fun fact, I think it's just as irritating as shaky cam. And for some of the fight scenes, they did like a lot of quick cuts, which is something I can't stand it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. For me, this was just it was a hard watch, man. Because like you said, like you get Quinn, and then what in the beginning of the film, you're like, okay, like I get you're mad, but do you have to be stupid too?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know,
you have a power that you're not going to use on this other immortal that you didn't know existed.
For Quinn?
Yeah. I never checked her aura. I didn't know she was lying, or she didn't even check her when she was telling her the story.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right.
That's
I
like,
forgot about that.
her actual power. Like, this is what she actually does. She can tell you if you're telling the truth or lying.
Yeah, that was just stupid. And then why even bother bringing Naya with? Because the whole thing is like, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna let you go by yourself, and she's like, no, I need a handler. Like, no, I'm gonna go, and she goes, and then she doesn't do anything. It's like, what's the point? Yeah, and then said I was like really excited about Uma Thurman. I'm like, oh, we're gonna like she gets a sword. Like, oh, we're gonna see Kill Bill do some crazy stuff again, and none of that. But as much as I appreciate them trying to expand the world, they did everything in a horrible, like, stupid way. Because like you find out just randomly, I guess no one fucking knew about this before, which is like, okay, but like another immortal can give somebody else their immortality. It just has to freely be given. And the whole time I'm waiting for Booker to give it to her, and I guess he did it without her even knowing.
It looked at her earring or something like that, and next you know, that was it. I was like, what's
yeah, because I was like, I thought it like, shouldn't it be like you have to willingly give it up, but shouldn't they have to accept it? Right? It only makes sense. So you find out that they have to do that, and they make it a point willingly, right? And at the end, you find out Uma Thurman Discord, like, that's why she's doing everything, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay. So you figured out all this stuff and all this info, but you just forgot to read that little part of willingly give it up. Like, you can't just drain them. So I was like, the whole third movie for me is going to be kind of scary. Of like you're going to spend a whole 2 hours on this premise where it's not going to work out for you in the end. Like,
he's going to try to figure out a way to trick them and just giving it away.
Yeah, but again, that's not willingly, so it's like you can trick them, but
but they have to willingly say yes, you can have it then. So maybe with torture and afterwards they say, okay, yes, you can have it.
I know, does that count? So I don't know. It just seems a little interesting. But again, like, I don't know. Like no build up to these powers of the destroyer and stuff like that, and the last one and the first one, and so it just seemed like a little like all over the place for me, and then like Brandman said, the way it ends, I was like, really? Like, that's what we're gonna like, oh, race you to it, last one there is the Ryan A kind of shit. I'm like, all your friends are gonna die, like, get out of here, Yeah, and then get her haircut, man. I was like, how do you make Charlize Theron not look attractive? Like, that is hard to do. Oh my god, it's like a mullet, like, not. It's like, I don't know.
Half mullet. That's what it is, guys.
Yeah, it's a side parted mullet, like. It was not good. I was like, wow, you did like Charlize Theron, super bogus.
Business in the front, half in the front, party half in the back. What?
Yeah. Because I liked her haircut in the first film.
Mm-hmm.
It was like super short and stuff like that. So I was like, I have nothing against short hair. It's just,
I like pixie cuts. It's fine. It works.
Yeah. This one is just weird. It's just weird. But oh man, Billy Ray Theron. Oh man. But cool. Let's move on to our ratings. So here at Spoiler Kings, we do things nice and easy. We do it now, later, and a never. Now means you got to go watch it right now. Later means whenever you get a chance to. No big rush. And never means just skip it. What you giving Old Guard to, Brian?
I want to give it later, but I'm going to give it never. Like, it was painful for me to finish watching this movie. Like, I turned it off 3 different times, and I came back and I was like, you know what? Fine. You know what? I finally finished it. And I was like, okay. The action scenes are not terrible, but it's just the movie overall should not have been that bad. It should have been really, really good. And it wasn't. So I'm at never. I don't need to talk about this. I don't need to watch it. I don't need to think about it. They haven't greenlit the third part yet. They should never.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's not good.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of hope they don't greenlight it, to be honest, just to kind of teach them a lesson.
Finish your movie with the movie you have. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Brian Man? What you giving it?
I could probably give it a never also. It was just a very hollow movie. And I think they're kind of a little, they're a little too sure of themselves, like they're assuming a third one will get greenlit. Which we don't even know whether that'll happen at this point, but I think it just commits the sin of feeling incomplete and not focusing on telling its story in full. And yeah, it was just, I had to give it a couple tries too before I finally finished it. Like I would get distracted and do other things, and have to come back to it. So yeah, like finishing it was a chore. So yeah, I'd give it a never. It's kind of trash.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm probably gonna give it a never too. I was gonna give it a never because I'm like, oh, just wait for the third one when you get the actual story, of what's going on with Discord and Nile. But now there might not even be a third one, which I was like, then definitely, if there's not gonna be a third one, 100% leave this alone. Like, it's Old Guard 1, and then that's it. Like, don't start another movie, But yeah, this one was just bad. It was boring. It was messy. It was not good. It did not stand up anywhere as good as the first one. The first one was just a lot of fun, really interesting. This one was just a partial story. I wouldn't even say half a story. I feel like this is all like for opening act, like the first act of a story. Like it's not even a middle.
That's still a lot.
Yeah. So yeah. Super, super disappointed with this. Very, like, I don't think I've ever been so disappointed with a movie recently than I was with this. Like, because I had my expectations of being like, oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be like the first one, and then they said, nope.
Fun. We don't do fun. Take that word out your vocabulary. Come on.
Yeah. But yeah, just a never all the way around. And just so it's not us, this thing is not doing good on Rotten Tomatoes. It has 72 critic reviews, right, which is already kind of small already. It has a 25% with critics. Yeah, that's super bad. And then the popcorn meter, this one, since it is on Netflix, there's no verified ratings with the audience, so you can have people kind of bash it or put too much praise on it. But it's at a 37%, which is not doing too good either. But yeah. I mean, I'm on Letterboxd, I gave it 2 stars. So yeah, and that might be a little generous. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. You guys got anything else?
It's awful. So what about B? You get to, I mean, you have anything else that you thought that was decent, worth anything?
No.
Me either.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor, turn off Old Guard and turn on K-pop Demon Hunters. You will.
Now that I liked.
Yes.
Actually been trying to memorize a lot of those songs so I can karaoke them.
Exactly. There you go.
But That one just landed for me, especially living in Korea and like getting into K-pop out there.
Yeah, that's another Netflix movie, so maybe we'll talk about that one pretty soon because that was a good action movie.
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's our thoughts for this Old Guard 2. It was just a disappointment. It was really, really sad. Especially we're not gonna, like, if we are even gonna get a third one. So that's really not good news. But we want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment down below. Let's know what you guys think about Old Guard 2. Did you watch it? Are you gonna watch it? How'd you like it? Did you hate it? Leave a comment. Let us know. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us when we do these live movie reviews every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. And we also do trailer reactions and other fun, nerdy stuff. But we appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out with us in the live chat. We want you guys to stick around because we're gonna move on to your comments right now. K-pop was surprising. I have to finish it. I had to turn it off, not because I wanted to, but I had to go. But I did not expect it for me to kind of like really get into it. Like I think I got into like 40 minutes, about halfway, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is pretty fun." So I might like start it from the beginning and actually watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
sounds awesome.
Yep. All right. Wait, you guys want to do MurderBot real quick? Or you just want to call it a night?
I'm with whatever you guys say.
Who's hotter, Scarlett Johansson or Charlize Theron?
That's tough.
Not to me.
Mm.
Charlize Theron wouldn't be the finest 50-year-old if she was 50.
Mm.
Like, she'd be like, she's 49.
All right there.
Yeah, so she's like, if she was 50, I would have her 5th on the list of the highest 50-year-olds. So that's like, I mean, nah, man. It's not.
I do like me some Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. I mean, it's not fair. Scarlett got to be what, 42, 41, something like that. Yeah,
I think 40 on the dot.
Yeah, so like that's not fair. It's a 10-year difference. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do believe Charlize Theron was hotter for a long time, but you have your time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Scarlett does this weird thing like with her lips when she like talks. It's always distracting when she does it in like she did it in Lucy, she did it in this movie, Jurassic World, she did it in Black Widow, and it's just like this like concentrating face, and she like makes her lips like flat, and I was like, it's just I don't know, it throws me off. Which is weird because like she has like fairly like big lips, and just does this like flat kind of thing with them. Like, why do you do that? Well, I don't know. But still, either way, I think I'd give it to Scarlett Johansson.
Just now. This is not like at the hottest or whatever you want to say. Now.
Charlie's kicked so much ass in Atomic Blonde.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she was badass.
Yeah, 8 years ago, she was 40.
Yeah. Yeah. They're both super attractive. I actually I thought she was like really attractive in Hancock.
Me too.
Yeah. Just like a normal kind of dress, like didn't have like a big get up or anything like that. So, but again, like you said, Brian, that had to have been more than 8 years
even
ago.
longer than that. It's even longer.
Hancock was 17 years ago.
I was gonna say
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sure.
So
if you want
like
to say when she
30s.
Hey, when she was 30, she was fine. Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. She said Scarlett Joe every day, twice on Sunday.
No, but that's how it is right now. It's not fair. It's not a fair questioning. That's all.
I think better question: who's the better actress?
Charlize Theron. I have to give it to her acting wise. They're both really, really good.
I don't think it's even close.
Wait, who are you saying?
I think Charlize Theron is much better actor.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
Yeah. I mean, what did acting wise that like blow me away from Scarlett Johansson? I'm not sure there's anything that blew me away.
They're gonna say like Don John for a second.
It's like what was that movie? What, Monster? Wasn't that? Is that what that was? I'm trying to find that movie
with
yeah, Monster. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Christina Ricci and Charlize Theron.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's like, didn't she win the Oscar for that one?
Oh, did she? Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I feel like she has an Oscar. So that's something like I don't know if this is a close question at all.
Yeah, I mean, in Mad Max, Charlize Theron was freaking awesome. Who brought up
I'll probably
Fernando said Devil's Advocate.
Yeah, I was like, I'll probably have her like that. That's like it's like 4 other movies I probably put in front of her acting wise.
Yeah. She was good at Bombshell. I don't know if like that was more, I would say more serious kind of real life kind of stuff.
I like the Italian Job.
Italian Job. Is she gonna be in the Odyssey movie?
Everyone is gonna be in the Odyssey movie. So yeah.
Name an actor. They're in it. Damn, you're not kidding. Mia Goth, Charlize Theron, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, Zendaya, John Bernthal, Matt Damon, Tom Holland. Jesus.
Yeah, cast is insanely stacked.
It's just everyone's like, I want to win an Oscar. Like you can't have the entire category of supporting actress or actor. It's just all one movie. Yeah, supporting actor, Odyssey. Oh man, she was whiny in The Devil's Advocate.
She was.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Was that she had to been? What was that 97? So she was like 20 something.
21, 22.
Yeah. Because what's the other movie? The Astronaut's Wife.
Yeah, that was 99.
Mm-hmm. Was she in that one?
Yeah, she's like the main.
Yeah,
I don't remember that one.
That and
it's like Johnny Depp too.
Yeah, Johnny Depp
and Charlize Theron.
Mm. Oh yeah, it's like damn. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, she's way better, and she's funny though. But A Million Ways to Die in the West was a pretty good one.
I like that one. I know a lot of people didn't.
On her Oscar rules, you said Million Ways to Die in the West.
Well, because I'm like, she doesn't do a lot of comedies. She was in rom-coms, like a lot of serious Men of Honor. She was in, like action. She doesn't do like comedies though. Like that might be one of her only few, like comedies. She was in That Thing You Do. I don't remember her. It's also been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, I don't remember her in that at all.
Oh yeah, she's Tina. I do not remember that, but it's also been a while since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Well, but okay. Sydney Sweeney. Oh, well, now you just changing the goalposts there, man. You just throw Sydney Sweeney in
now. Like what? How are we...
Yeah.
Now, like, hey, who do you like more? The one this hot looking girl, or the one who could be as old as her mother? What? This is what we doing? This is the question we ask?
She was in Ultraviolet. That was a good one.
That's Mila Jovovich.
Right? Was that Mila Jovovich? What's the other one? No, she was in the it was the animated one on MTV that became
Eon Flux.
Yeah, she was in Eon Flux, right?
Yeah, I call it Eon Sucks. That movie was trash.
Yeah, it sucked. I mean, the cartoon was super weird back in the day. So
the cartoon was really, really weird.
Yeah. I remember watching it. I'm like, I don't think I should be watching this.
I was the same way.
And I watched a lot of like older stuff, but that was one of the few shows where I was like, they're licking their eyeballs. I don't know if that's the thing I should be watching right now. Yeah. Oh man, my bad.
She's been nominated 3 times for Best Actress Award in the Academy Awards and won one for Monster, because that's the Monster was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Bombshell and North Country were also ones she got nominated.
She was really good in Bombshell. But Bombshell was just like a good movie. Yeah. All right. So now you're talking. Now you're talking. Bringing up Sydney Sweeney. Yeah. All right. Let's talk MurderBot, because if you are not watching MurderBot, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch. It's so effing good. It's so effing good. You guys still want to do it, or you want to save it? Because I know.
I really want to do it, but I'm tired. But I'm tired. I've been waiting to do MurderBot.
Yeah. Maybe we could do a offline discussion tomorrow or something, and then throw it up.
We can do that.
I'll follow you guys, whatever you guys decide.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
If I can hopefully see if I can join Panda and Grizzly tomorrow, maybe. If not, I'll be on after for sure.
That sounds good.
But yeah, we'll record that. Never heard of MurderBot. It's on Apple. It's got 1 episode left, and then the whole season's done. It is so
Friday?
fun. Yeah, this Friday.
Yeah,
Friday, the last one. And the penultimate was so good. The penultimate was so good.
It's so the one before the penultimate one, not enough happened, right? But they were setting up this penultimate that was so good, guys.
Yeah. I'm super excited about the finale. Like super excited about the finale on Friday. So, but yeah, if you haven't watched it, they're quick watches. They're
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, because it says like probably 30 or something, but you skip the intro, you skip the recap, the credits don't count, so yeah, it's about like a 20-minute of actual show. So yeah, you can knock it out in like a night, really. But it's funny, it's dark, it's goofy, some good action.
Yeah, it's good questions. Action. Yeah. Oh, why should AI listen to you?
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely recommend it. Yeah, not a lot of people are talking about it either, which is kind of sad. But definitely go check it out. We'll try to put that out. Probably record it tomorrow night and then put it out sometime this week.
Oh, that sounds perfect. Well, you know what? Cool. We should put it out if we can get it done on Tuesday. Put it out for members only for a day, and then put it out on the channel.
I'm cool with that. Oh man, speaking of, I am going to. I promise. I just need to upload the damn video of me making my lightsaber. I just keep forgetting to put it because you know why? The video isn't with all my other need to edit videos, so I always forget about it. But yeah. But cool. Yeah, if that's it, we'll talk about that later. Superman. So people are going to see Superman today.
Starting tomorrow.
Yeah. So Tuesday the 8th. So if you don't want to get spoiled by anything, I would avoid social media probably.
Just stay in your house, stay in your room, don't watch TV, and don't talk to people. If you do that, you'll be good.
Don't talk to anybody. Yeah. You ever said How I Met Your Mother? Like he wants to avoid seeing how the Super Bowl went, so he has this like glasses he made.
Yes,
let's make one of those. Yeah, but yeah, and then we'll talk about Superman Thursday. We'll talk maybe maybe a little bit of Sandman as well. On Thursday. That's another show. If you're not watching,
Sandman's
you gotta watch. Yeah,
Sandman's fun.
Yeah,
Fubar, I've been watching it. Yeah.
Fubar. I mean, if you guys watch it, you
Fubar's
guys
so fun.
It's so funny. Yeah.
You guys do a review of
It's funny.
season 2.
I don't like stupid stuff, but it's just almost it's silly, not stupid.
Yeah. So, did the whole season come out, or is it coming out weekly?
No, it's all out.
It's all out. Okay. It's Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. But cool. Yeah. I think that's it for us right now. But yeah, Talk Superman. That's gonna be the talk of the town for the next week or so. So, but cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out. Appreciate all the super chats that we got from Master Casilius. Appreciate that. Everyone coming in, hanging out, being part of the channel. Thank you guys so much. Sheed, Maria, Fernando. All you guys hanging out to the end. Mama Bear, of course. But cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everyone. We will see you guys on Thursday with Superman Talk.
Yes,
fun.
Let's go.
For better or for worse, it's gonna happen. I think she says I do like Fubar. Okay.
Same, man. It's funny.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So I haven't seen season 1. So if you guys seen season 1 and if you guys seen season 2, if you guys want to do a review, I'm all down for that.
I'm all for it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, let's get out of here. We will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good week. Later.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.